Hey everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azriel's Gaming. So we're going to jump back into TerrorFest. The new episode is out, and we are on Chapter 8, reliving the glory days. You find yourself back at the place where it all began, but will someone in your group meet their untimely end? Now, if you remember in the last episode, Tyler had been kidnapped, and I had a viewer. You'll have to forgive me if you're watching this and I cannot remember your name. But they mentioned how I think the order that they did was Tyler, Zare, and Lucky. And Lucky was the one that was tied up. So obviously whoever you went to last, the one that you trusted the most, ends up getting kidnapped or, tied up by somebody or, I'm hoping not killed. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, Chapter 8, Reliving the Glory Days. You and your friends breeze right past the officer at the front desk without so much as a look, heading for Detective Porter's desk. Hey, you can't go back there. We need to speak with the detective now. It's an emergency. I don't care if it's DiGiorno. Stop. Still, you push your way into the bullpen only to find his desk empty. Where is he? The officer's eyes flick to a nearby office, and as you start in that direction, he hurries to block your path. Detective Porter is in an important meeting and is not to be interrupted. Now, if you don't mind. Actually, we do. A life is on the line, so I'm not waiting. Don't like it? Arrest me. The moment of hesitation is all you need, and you slip past the officer to shove open the door to the office, only to find an unexpected face sitting across from the detective. Mayor Jackson? Oh, so that's Zare's mom. Their name almost escaped me for a minute there. I was like, wait a minute, who is that? It's Zare. That's Zare's mom. Okay, so, we are so screwed. What an unexpected surprise. What are you doing here? Detective Porter was just telling me about the trouble at the library today. Imagine my surprise when in walked the troublemakers themselves. And one of them even belongs to me. Hello to you too, Mom. Troublemakers? You can't be serious. Azriel got a nose delivered to her like a hot and ready pizza, and somehow she's the problem? Anything to keep us from focusing on the literal murderer you've been ignoring, huh? I can't ignore what doesn't exist. Are you kidding me? There's so much evidence. Like, let's see, Destiny's death, the deaths at the parade, Alan's death. Let's use our sister. My sister bled to death in her best friend's house. An unfortunate accident. Her body was covered in stab wounds. Your sister routinely films strange and dangerous content for her online audience's entertainment. There's no reason to believe that something she was planning didn't lead to her death. Wow. That's cold. You can't gaslight me. What about the nose? The noise, goodness. At this, Detective Porter adjusts in her seat, or Detective Porter adjusts in his seat is seemingly uncomfortable. We're testing it now, Azriel. Testing it for what? Authenticity. We never found the body, and Mayor Jackson believes the story we got was less than credible. That's putting it nicely. What I said was that I think it's a low-down, dirty lie. In fact, I find your every word to be suspicious. Your claims are nothing but the machinations of bored miscreants who want nothing more than to ruin everyone else's time at TerrorFest. Then what do you call this? You pull up the picture of Tyson and hold it out to the room. Tyson's been taken. Azriel, a kidnapping is a very serious matter. It's not a lever to pull for a laugh. Look at my face. Does it look like I'm laughing? And who has supposedly committed this kidnapping? Stabby Joe himself? The killer. They're using Beck's St. Regis's phone. The mayor scoffs, and Zare's hand gripping your arm is all that keeps you in check. How can we know this image is real? There are hundreds of sophisticated photo editing programs. A fake image like this could be created in minutes. Oh, come on. Tyson's life is in danger. But I guess it doesn't matter to you, huh? Watch it, Azrael. This is a city mayor you're talking to. Show some respect. You pause as the words wash over you. Respect? For her, I have none, or try showing some for yourself first. Showing some for yourself. Let's go with this one. You swore an oath to protect the people of this city. So if you're spineless enough to go back on it, you deserve to be the mayor's beck and call, bitch. Every drop of blood spilled is on your hands. I mean, it would be on his hands. You lift a hand and tap your fingers as you count. Alan's, Destiny's. You've made your point. Dr. Shankara Kumar's. I said that's enough. But you keep going, getting louder with every name you list, creeping closer to the detective until the desk is all that separates you. And eventually, the killers, because I will not stop until they pay for what they've done. Them. And both of you. Mayor Jackson rises swiftly, towering over you and the rest of your group as her hands ball into fists at her sides. Listen to me very carefully. You may think you're untouchable because you're a carpenter, because your family has money, or simply because you're young. But rest assured, if you continue down this path, I will end you. Understood? Are you threatening me? It's not a threat. It's a fact. And now, the officer will escort you out. She motions to the officer who follows you in from the desk, and without ceremony, he herds you out of the office into the door of the precinct. As you and your friends walk away from the station, you take in the groups of people streaming to and fro from the TerrorFest celebrations. What is wrong with people? Flocking here every fall to celebrate a murderer, but when something real is going on, the only ones who can do anything about it won't. I can't believe they turned us away. Really? Because that went exactly how I thought it would. It's classic horror movie logic. The authorities are widely unhelpful, skeptical, and all around useless, even when it seemingly goes against all common sense. And as much as I'd love to chalk it up to a sin of a genre, life imitates art, the only bright spot is that they usually die a gruesome... Come on, Co. We don't need film theory 101 here. What we need is to go save Tyson fast. Hold on a second. What if the killer wants us to rush into saving him? You mean like a trap? Think about it. Why kidnap someone now? It's not like the killer is known far and wide for their restraint. That changes things. We'll need to take a sec. Come up with a plan of attack. I say we just accept their challenge and take the fight to them. Trap be damned. Don't you think that's a little risky? If it is a trap, more of us might end up kidnapped or worse, killed. I'm with Azrael. To be honest, Lucky, that whole plan sounds like something the killer would say. Oh, trying to turn the eyes from them to Lucky? There's a split second of silence as the tone shifts, the sinister half-accusation lingering. Then, what the hell is that supposed to mean? I'm just saying, Bex thought the killer was one of us. What if she just had the wrong one? Azrael told us you're keeping a secret. If you could lie to our faces like that. If that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, I am not the only one who's been lying, and you know it. If anything, you're the killer, Coda. Enough. You guys, none of you are innocent. We can't turn on each other now. I mean, we can't. Granted, the killer could be one of us. But, if it's not, we need to stay together. We need to have each other's back. We can't turn on each other because that's what the killer would want. We're at a massive disadvantage right now, but if we let the killer break our bond and make us mistrust each other, we're letting them win. You eyes there and gesture to Lucky. This is the same Lucky that backed your cover story when you lied and told Ebony Jones you weren't single. Your girlfriend just went to school in Canada. Joke's on you, Cameron and I are celebrating our anniversary in Montreal this year. And Lucky, when you cut the flute and threw up all over Mr. Greer during physics, Zaire was the one who convinced us to fake sick and camp out in your room for a week, slurping chicken noodle soup and watching reruns. I'd almost forgotten about that. Lucky turns to look at Zaire with new eyes. You did that for me. It's not like I could leave you alone that week. You'd have shame spiraled so deep we'd have found Stabby Joe's tunnels 5 years earlier. No matter how much we fuss and fight, we love each other. Right now, that's our biggest strength, and we can't afford to lose it. Not if we're going to get Tyson back alive. How are we supposed to do anything when we have no idea where he is? We will in a second. You pull out your phone and open the My Friend Finder app, zooming in on Tyson's location bubble. It looks like he's at the high school. Guess we're paying a visit to the old stomping ground. Let's go before we're out of time. I feel like that's too simple. It just feels too simple to be able to find him that way. You arrive at the high school to find the parking lot deserted, the teachers gone after a long day of prepping for the upcoming year. Let's hope that side door lock is still broken. You lead your friends around the side of the building only to find the door propped open ever so slightly. That's sus. Okay, that's a little creepy. I should nudge it open wider, hesitate, squeeze through. Let's see if I can squeeze through. I don't know. All those options sound awful. You turn sideways and try to slip through the opening, careful not to make any noises that would announce your presence, only to catch the door with your foot. A creak echoes through the empty halls, and you're left standing completely still, heart pounding as you listen for signs of an impending attack. I think that would have happened regardless for anything, because if I hesitate, somebody might have forced the door open and did that. If I forced the door open, it probably still would have done that. And sneaking in, it did that. I don't think there was any right answer in that. At least I don't think so. Well, if it is a trap, I think it's safe to say they know we're here. Sorry, guys. Your friends flock in behind you, eyes scanning. Lucky points up to a camera turned to face the door. Doesn't matter. They were always going to know anyway. The silence is all-encompassing, the backup floodlights casting the hallways into long, eerie shadows. This is all the app will give when it comes to Tyson's location. I can't see anything besides that he's in or around the building. This place is huge. It'll take forever to search the whole thing. Not if we split up. I'll look upstairs with Lucky. Zaire, Coda, you guys check this floor, okay? The group nods reluctantly, and you and Lucky turn right and start up the stairs. Together you make your way down the hall, looking into the empty classrooms one by one. Oh, I love the sound effects so much. No sign of the killer, Tyson. Let's go with Tyson. This is taking too long. I don't want to give the killer any more time to do something to him. Honestly, if they were going to, they probably already would have by now. I don't know if that's comforting or horrifying. Both. Definitely both. As she speaks, there's something odd about her voice, and when you look over, you find her bathed in dark shadows. There's no way Zaire was right about the killer being one of us. I mean, it couldn't be Lucky, could it? For a moment, you glance at Lucky out of the corner of your eye. Then, as if reading your mind, Lucky clears her throat. I probably should have said this sometime before we decided to risk our lives, but I'm really sorry I didn't tell you about my mom. I just got so used to having to do everything myself, it didn't even occur to me to ask you or anyone else for help. I never meant to make you not trust me. Lucky reaches out to catch your arm, and the hurt in her eyes is enough to make you doubt your treacherous thoughts. It's kind of killing me, actually. I understand needing to stand on your own feet, but the breach of trust happened on your end long before it happened on mine. Lucky nods solemnly, falling silent, but before she can close off completely, you catch her arm and squeeze. But you'll have plenty of chances to earn it back while we get your mom through her battle. Tears form in her eyes, and she starts to swipe them hastily, only for them to come faster than she can wipe. Damn right. I can outread today. You poke your head into the last classroom on the main hallway. Empty, just like the others. Yeah, but the projector's on. Lucky walks deeper into the room and nudges a computer screen. At once the screen at the front comes alive, filled with large text of an amateur movie title. Psychological torture, the origins of the alert of Stabby Joe. Is this another documentary? Not one I've seen. It looks like a student made it. Plus, there's a report on the teacher's desk with the same title. School project? I guess so. What does it mean by alert? Lucky turns to you with a grim finger hovering above the mouse. Only one way to find out. Ready to get schooled? Okay, watch this student film on Stabby Joe to dive deeper into the legend. Remember, watching all the Stabby Joe lore will earn you a massive boost to your fortitude score. Okay, so learn about Stabby Joe. Let's check it out, of course. We're going to be checking out. We are doing almost all the diamond choices. You nod, and as Lucky touches the mouse, the film starts up where it left off. Now playing as Morlick Island Penitentiary prison guard Tommy Danes. You creep slowly through the hidden tunnels beneath the prison. The candles along the walls dim and flickering as they burn even closer to their ends. Please not yet. Hold out just a little longer. I have to find Campbell and bring him back. The town's safety depends on it. As you mentally beg for more time, you see a flicker of movement hesitating in the shadows up ahead. I should attack it, shine a light on it. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to attack right off the bat because what if it's like a victim? So let's shine a light. You take hold of a lantern from the wall and shine the light at the curved tunnel wall up ahead. Hello? Immediately, a figure lunges at you. Bad. Drop the lantern. Ah! Startled by the bat's sudden appearance, you drop the lantern, but the flames only grow. Oh no. No. Well, way to go, idiot. You raise your boot to stamp out the rising flames, but as the fire leaps up the errant coal, you quickly realize there's no use. Instead, you rush to the end of the cave, plant both hands against a large rock, and push until the hallway is completely sealed off. Well, now we're trapped here, leaving you alone in the dark. I need to get Campbell and get out of here. But as you start to move forward again, a sudden scream pierces the dank air of the tunnels. Don't tell me he's got more victims down here. As the voice screams out again, you quicken your pace. Hold on, I'm coming! Your feet stumble in the dark, sending you to your hands and knees. Ugh. Still, you creep forward, feeling your way along pathways and doubling back when the screams sound further away. Before long, they stop completely, and everything is silent. Hello? I'm trying to find you, but it's dark. If you're able, please, say something. Your only answer is the faint dripping of water. The dripping's got to be rainwater from a nearby outlet to the sewer. If I can just make it there, I can get in touch with the other guards and regroup. With a defeated sigh, you start to make your way up there, listening intently for the steady drip, drip. That outlet's got to be here somewhere. You crawl steadily forward, and finally your hand touches moist ground. I have a feeling it's not water. Yes! But a second later, your hand hits something much more solid. What the? You let your hands travel up the wet object, feeling along until you recognize the texture of a fine mohair suit, a silk tie, and finally, a human face. I should try to rouse him, stagger back. I'm not going to stagger back. He's probably dead, but maybe he's not completely. You feel at his neck for a pulse, and quickly your hands become slick with blood. Sir, say something if you can hear me. But as you jostle him, his head tips back farther than it should, and you soon realize the wound in his neck was the source of the dripping. Oh God. Your cries mingle with another's, a woman this time, and you start to run in that direction, stumbling over rocks and clumps of loose dirt. Please, no! Campbell! You round the corner and hear the splash of your foot finding something wet. You feel the slick of it as it robs you of your traction and try not to think of where it came from. He will answer for this, I promise. Suddenly you pick up an eerie whistling sound and slow to stop. Though you know you've heard it before, you can't place where. But you have a pretty good idea. Campbell, they'll sentence you to death for this. It's me you want. Let's go, it's me you want. I'm gonna be brave. I'm the one who locked you up, not these innocent people, so come out and face me and leave them alone. Your voice echoes around you, but there's no sign of movement from either end of the tunnel. Then, you'd sacrifice yourself for them? If that's what it took. But it won't come to that because you're going to face me as an equal. Together we'll return to prison to await the death sentence they will surely give you, and you will die with your dignity intact. Your voice echoes through the tunnel loud and strong, only to meet Stabby Joe's harsh laughter. Death is mine to dole out, not to receive. You move through the tunnels in the direction you assume the voice is coming from, and sure enough, your feet trip over more bodies. Your heart sinks. Please, stop this. Oh, but Tommy boy, I'm only just getting started. His words are punctuated by the whistle and yet another scream. You thought you could stop me? You thought you could tame me? You slide down a steep section of the tunnel, and at the bottom you see the silhouette of another body. You crouch to feel it, and a warmth radiates over your hand. This one's fresh. I must be getting close. There is no end except the one I deliver. There's nothing to fear but me. Another whistle, another scream. You come across bodies 3 and 4 faster than the others, but as the tune starts up again, something about it jogs your memory. The whistling. It's a song I'd sing during bed check. The memory comes back to you, you wandering the halls at night, peering into cells and clicking away on the counter, mumbling under your breath. And the dark eyes that would always be wide open to greet you, no matter how late you started. He only does it right before he kills, like he wants me to know he's got another victim in his sights. It's almost like he's telling me I failed at keeping them safe from him again. It's almost like you stop in your tracks as the realization washes over you. It's not almost like anything. He's taunting me. Suddenly, the eerie tune of the whistle fills the tunnel from all directions, and you still, waiting to hear the accompanying scream. Where are you, Stabby Joe? But as the moment stretches, your anger turns to icy dread, especially as you feel a soft puff of air on the back of your neck. You rang. Okay, you learn more about Stabby Joe's whistle. So that's what that creepy whistle is all about. It's a taunt to the guard who locked him up. And the copycat's using it as a notice to whoever's in the area that they're royally screwed. We need to get Tyson and get out of here. Agreed. But before either of you can reach the door, you hear a familiar whistle echoing down the hall outside. It's the killer. You listen as the tune trails off and close your eyes, relying heavily on your memory of the school's landscape. The whistling sounds like it's coming from the front of the school. Then we'll take the back stairs. Come on. The two of you creep back into the hallway and run as quietly as you can for the back staircase. But as you round the corner, you stop cold, coming face to face with a familiar mask. Going somewhere? Ah! Run! The killer lunges at both of you, a knife blade glinting in their hand. I should push Lucky aside, turn it, and run. What do they mean, push Lucky aside? I'll turn and run. I don't know if that means like push her out of the way or push her into the way. Okay, that would have been push Lucky and get killed, I guess. You grab Lucky and turn to run, dragging her half-frozen form down the darkened hallway. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna need you to keep it together here. Right, sorry. The killer stumbles after you, and as Lucky heads for the stairs, you follow close behind, adrenaline pumping through your veins. Get back here! The moment you reach the landing, you slam the fire doors closed. They lock just in time, leaving the killer no choice but to retreat. That'll slow them down for a second, but they'll just go around. We need a plan. We could hide. There's a janitor's closet at the far end of the hallway. She points down the darkened corridor in the exact route the killer would need to take to reach you, thanks to your little detour. We'll have to hurry. If we don't make it there before they do, we're toast. You follow Lucky down the main hallway, keeping your eyes peeled for trouble, and halfway down, she rips open a small, worn door. Tyson! You rush forward and set to work on removing the ties that bind him, leaving Lucky to hurry in after and close the door behind her. The second the ropes fall, Tyson whips off his gag and uncovers his eyes, his hands caressing your face in the dark. I was so worried I'd never see you again. And miss that smile? Never. I hate to break up the party, but we've got to get out of here. The killer could be coming through any minute. We're gonna have to hightail it. Do you think you can walk? Not fast enough. They roughed me up and my leg is hurting pretty bad. You glance down to where he's grasping his thigh and your resolve settles. Lucky, get Tyson out of here and meet us back at the estate. I'm gonna round up the others and see if we can take the killer out for good. Got it. Wait a minute, do you really think that's a good idea? What if the killer catches you alone, or catches us and I get Lucky killed? Maybe I should go it alone and give you two a fighting chance. That way if the killer catches me, I should wrap Tyson in my arms or kiss him. We're kissing him. Before the words are fully out of Tyson's mouth, you cover it with your own, swallowing the sentiment as he parts his lips. Gingerly, his tongue touches yours, his every move full of trepidation, too afraid to rush for fear of never getting this moment again. Time stretches, long and languid, giving you a moment of infinite before you break apart, your forehead pressed to his. No what-ifs, no doom spiraling, and definitely no going off alone, because we've only just found each other in this way, and I'm not done with you yet. Not even close. You get me? Got it. Good. Behind you, Lucky clears her throat. I'll take good care of him, Azrael. Don't worry. You help Tyson up from his chair, and with a quick look to make sure the coast is clear, Tyson and Lucky slip out into the darkness. With them gone, you harden your heart, preparing for what has to come next. Ready or not, here I come. You make your way back through the halls, quietly checking classrooms for the others as you go. I hope they haven't gotten very far. When suddenly, you hear the sound of heavy footsteps echo down the hall ahead of you. Azrael, time to come out and play. Crap. Without a second thought, you duck into a nearby bathroom and look around frantically for a place to hide. I should hide in the closest stall, the middle stall, the furthest stall. Oh my god, I don't know. The furthest. I don't know. Don't lock yourself in. If you lock it, they'll know someone's in here for sure. I just have to stay quiet and not attract any attention. As you coach yourself through the moment, the bathroom door creaks open and heavy footfalls echo around the room, making it hard to pinpoint their location. Rookie mistake, Azrael. Now you're trapped with nowhere to go. The heavy plastic walls rattle as the killer shoves open the door to the middle stall with a bang. Thank God I didn't pick my middle. I should scream, shout, say nothing. Your hands fly over your mouth, trapping the scream inside, even as you shudder in fear. Maybe they won't check this one at all. Maybe they'll skip me. Your thoughts are interrupted by the killer's wobble and gleeful sing-song voice. Where are you? Please no. I know how to find you. I'll just look for your feet. You hear the killer drop to the floor and scramble to climb up onto the toilet seat. Jump to the toilet, over the toilet, on the toilet. On the toilet? You leap onto the toilet seat, crouching low enough that your head doesn't poke out of the top and catch your balance against a wall. Steady. I know you're in here, and if you make me wait, it's going to be 10 times worse. The heavy footfalls pick up again, ricocheting off every surface. Still, you listen closely until you're sure they're right next to you. They're going to check the stall next. I have to do something. I should stay put or switch. Oh, God. Switch. This might be crazy, but I don't have a choice. Silently, you step down from the toilet, keeping as close to the back wall as possible, and as you crouch down, you see the killer's feet from under the stall. They're too close to be able to see this far under the stall. I might be able to make it. All you have to do is crawl under it. What am I saying? I know where you are. You're right. You watch as the feet move right in front of your stall. Okay, it's now or never. You slide yourself through a gap under the stall's shared wall, only for the feet to slide over to your new stall at the last second. Are you fucking kidding me? You're an asshole. Here. The door to your stall flies open, bringing you face to face with the killer as they raise their knife. What are the odds? It's Coda. It is fucking Coda, and I'm going to tell you why. Because only a movie buff would have known I was going to switch to the next stall. It's fucking Coda. Second guess. Guess long, guess wrong. No. Oh crap, I skipped it and didn't read that. Gotcha. Majorly screwed. You throw up a hand, shoving past the killer and out into freedom, but the blade comes down against it, slashing your palms open as you go. Ugh. Dripping blood, you rush from the bathroom in a panic. I can't take the killer on like this. I've got to find everyone else and regroup. I almost have a feeling that you might not have been able to get out of that regardless. Because more than likely, if you stayed there, the killer was going to open that door. If you snuck under like I did, the killer was going to open that door. I think you were supposed to have this face to face, but I could be wrong. You tuck yourself into a quiet alcove, holding your breath as you listen. Azrael. But the killer creeps past your hiding place, and with a sigh, you whip out your phone. Everyone alive? Alive, but not well. Had a run-in with our friend, so Zara and I split up. Oh no, it's you. Anyone have eyes on Tyson? Azrael and I found him. Thank God. Where are you guys? I sent them to the estate and was on a hunt for you two. Well, Lucky and I heard someone following us, so we separated to cover our tracks. Wait, that means all of us are out here alone. I don't like this, you guys. Then let's call it. We'll regroup at the estate and try again. Zare, Coda, swing by the West Wing so we can meet up and go home together. Tyson, Lucky, keep heading home. We'll meet you there. Heard, Chief. On my way. Yeah, because you just passed me, Coda. You breathe a sigh of relief as you push open the door to your house and find Tyson inside, his hurt leg propped up on the couch. You're here. And so are you. You rush to join him on the couch, only to pause, taking in the full extent of his injuries. How did this happen? What do you remember? Not much. I finished my shift at the store and went back to the break room to grab my stuff. I left through the door in the alley and someone hit me on the back of the head. When I woke up, I was tied to a chair and had a rag in my mouth in that closet. You didn't see anything. What about... Azrael, maybe we should give it a rest, huh? They nod to Tyson, and for the first time, you realize he's struggling to keep his eyes open. Somewhere in the distance, the bell tower chimes the late hour, and the weight of your own exhaustion settles over you. Right, sorry. Come on, Tyson, let's get you to bed. You lead Tyson up the stairs to the guest bedroom, flicking on the lights and waving away the cobwebs from disuse. Acme couldn't just be in my bed. Just saying. All yours. Get some sleep, and if you need anything, I'm right down the hall. You start to leave, but he grabs your hand, stopping you short. Please don't go. I know I'm safe now. I just don't want to be alone in the dark anymore. Of course. He makes his way to the bed, slips under the covers, and holds them up for you to join him. Wordlessly, you settle in, the two of you silent in the darkness. Then, thank you for saving my life. His confession comes out as a whisper, and you shift in bed to reach for his hand. Tyson, I will always come when you need me. Know you'd do the same for me. I'm always going to come when you need me. Anywhere, anytime. You could be on the moon, and I'd still find a way. You have no idea how much that means to me, especially after the night. I can't imagine what you've been through. Tyson slips closer, pulling you into his embrace until you can feel his heart pounding against you. I was scared for sure, but through the worst of it, I just closed my eyes and thought of you. You pull back to look at him, and gingerly, he reaches out to caress your face, his touch warming you inside and out as he trails his thumb down your temple and over your cheekbone before brushing across your lips. This whole thing has made me realize how precious life is, how quickly everything can change, and I said if I made it out of there, I wouldn't waste a single second not going after what I want. And what's that? Even before the words are out of your mouth, you know the answer, your heart speeding up in anticipation of the word you know is coming. You. His other hand moves to your waist, rolling you onto your back and fitting his body to yours. Your lips crash together in a fury of desperation and appreciation for being alive. It's not that kind of book, but we're suckers for romance, so enjoy. Tyson's lips skim your jawline before grazing the shell of your ear with a whisper. You gave me hope, and I couldn't have survived tonight without it. So when I say you saved my life, I mean it, Azrael. And I want to show you how grateful I am. Tyson. The hand at your waist grazes the fabric of your bottoms before hesitating. Celebrate surviving a close call by getting intimate with Tyson for a boost in your relationship and fortitude score. Hook up with Tyson, kiss him, let him... Oh, heck yeah. Take my diamonds. The build-up tension of the past few days propels you forward, crashing your lips into his. Your lips part, welcoming him in, and he lets his tongue explore your mouth as he pulls you closer. I don't know what to do. As you make your confession to the darkness around you, Tyson's gaze meets yours and a soft smile grazing his lips. You're in control, Azrael. We'll do whatever you want to do. Oh yeah? What about this? I should let my hands wander, kiss my way down. I mean, either one, but we're going to go with kiss our way down. You lift his shirt up over his head, stopping to kiss him deeply one more time before trailing soft kisses down his neck. I'll never let myself really see you like this. And now that you have, you start to move downward, peppering kisses over his chest and stomach, and you feel him shudder underneath you. I want to see more. As your lips reach the waistband of his pants, you reach for the button to unfasten them. Tyson catches your hand. Whoa, not yet. I thought we were doing what I wanted to do. And we are. In one smooth motion, Tyson rolls you onto your back, settling between your legs as he hovers over you. But right now, it's my turn. Slowly, Tyson slips his hand under your shirt, displacing your bra in favor of his warm palm as he takes your mouth in a passionate kiss. That feels so good. You feel him smile against your lips, your moan encouraging him to ease your shirt over your head. A wave of shyness overtakes you as his eyes rake over your exposed body, only for him to meet your gaze with an overwhelming gentleness. God, you're gorgeous. An euphoric laugh bubbles up, and you allow yourself to bask in the well-toned planes of his chest, the defined lines of his abs, the tuft of his curly hair leading down into his jeans. Look who's talking. When you lock eyes again in the low light, you can't help the gravel that fills your voice. Ty, I want to keep going. What's stopping you? I should buck my hips against him, pull his mouth to my body. I don't know. Let's go with bucking. Following your instincts, you push your hips up for more friction, every inch of you craving his touch. Tyson heaves a sigh, his eyes slamming shut. Just like this? I want more. Tyson obliges, grinding against you to help pick up the pace, and it's not long until you slide off your pants, desperate to touch with more urgency. Your turn. You nod at Tyson's jeans, and he pauses for a moment before undoing them and shoving the fabric far down enough his thighs for you to kick it the rest of the way off. You run your leg against his, reveling in the feeling of your silky smooth skin against his leg hair, and Tyson appeases you, letting you get your fill. Am I super weird for enjoying this? There's nothing weird about appreciating the touch of another person, Azrael. He trails a gentle finger from the inside of your wrist, tickling the soft flesh there to your bicep, then your chest and down your side. That feeling of wanting to be held, caressed, revered. His fingers traces a figure 8 at the skin just above the waistband of your underwear, drawing every bit of your consciousness to each loop until you burn with desire. Oh. It's the most human thing in the world. Are you drawing this out on purpose? Just taking in every moment. I don't want to miss a thing. As his fingers snag the elastic on your underwear and give it a tug, you feel the muscles deep in your stomach tense. May I? Ty, yes, only if I can too. Only if I can too. I can't let you have all the fun. I guess it's only fair. He rocks back onto his heels, and you tug his underwear down his hips before tossing them to the floor. A moment later, yours join them, and your eyes linger, studying him. Will you show me what to do? You hear Tyson's breath hitch in his throat. Yes? You brush your fingers against his belly, letting them travel lower, and Tyson's larger hand encases yours. Just like that. With his other hand, he reaches for you, and soon each of your touches responds to each other's. Ty, I can't wait anymore. I'm right here. Take what you need. You align his hips with yours, and with a breath, you slowly melt into him with a soft moan. Yes. Tyson doesn't move an inch, his face screwed tight with the concentration it takes to stay in control while you get comfortable. You okay? I'm better than okay. You pull his lips to yours in a searing kiss that leaves him shaking. Teasingly, you press your lips to his ears. I'm ready for more. Thank God. Tyson finds a slow rhythm, kissing you softly as you move together. Ty, just like that, faster. Oh, faster for sure. Please, I need it. Then I'm going to give it to you, all of it, over and over. Tyson picks up the pace, driving forward until you have no choice but to blissfully cling to him. Your body is moist with the extra effort. He murmurs in your ear, and what starts as endless compliments quickly devolves into gibberish. But as he falls apart, you come together, a sterling realization coming over you. I'm so glad I waited for you. Azrael. Your words trigger his release, and as he's overtaken, his movements become wild and erratic, sending you over the edge. Yes, yes, yes! As the two of you recover, Tyson lays half on top of you, his heavy frame matching you, breath for exhausted breath. Wow, that was... wow. Tyson lifts himself off you, laying on his side to gaze at you with lidded eyes and a shy smile. Did you like it? Of course I did. As you nestle into the sheets, and you can't help but let out a sigh. I kind of wish we could stay like this forever. After a few hours, they'd probably come looking for us, and finding us in a flagrante delicto might be enough to send them into a coma. You don't think they've figured it out yet? We haven't exactly been subtle. Next to you, Tyson pauses. Is there something for them to figure out? I don't know about you, but I want to see where this goes. Wouldn't mind experimenting sexually. Wouldn't mind to see where this goes. I know that you guys had your pack, but we're adults. We can handle evolving our friendship into a relationship without it hurting the group. That is, if it's something you want. Tyson takes your face in his hands, and without a second's hesitation, he brings his lips to yours. Alive and kicking, you redefined your relationship with Tyson. That is absolutely what I want. But I do have a question. Shoot. He worries his lip, a clear tell that he's overthinking his next words before drawing a breath and letting out a sigh. Would you maybe want to cuddle with me? You have to ask that? Of course. In response, you lift his heavy arm and drape it across your waist, scooting in to bask in the warmth of his body heat. And for the first time since you've arrived on the island, you fall asleep without a care in the world. When you wake, it's hours later, and the bed next to you is empty. That's a little sus. Tyson? You sit up and rub your eyes, and as you try to orient yourself, you hear raised voices coming from downstairs. Listen, I don't want to be right about this, but you can't deny that it's pretty suspicious. I told you, I was just trying to find Tyson as fast as we could. What is going on? They probably think I did it. Quickly you dress and head downstairs to find Tyson, Zare, and Coda standing around in the living room, tensions high. Guys, how is screaming about this helping? Let's calm down and try to get some actual information. Guys, what's going on? Also, where's Lucky? As one, they all turn to look at you, their faces grim. Lucky never showed up. And I asked Zare, what they were doing when we split up to look for Tyson at the high school. I didn't want to, but they pushed for it, so I agreed. Oh my god, Coda, I told you, I just thought it would be faster. Don't forget, you were alone when we split up too. Whoa, guys, why are we blaming each other? We need to focus on finding Lucky. I mean, yeah, I thought Lucky was with Tyler, but then I guess they kind of separated. I believe is what the text message said, so I must have kind of misunderstood that. But they must have separated on the way to the estate. We can argue as much as we want once we know our friend is safe, but until then, we need to table this. Maybe that's why Coda is so intent on wasting our time. Lucky knows he did it. Oh, come on. Enough! Look, I'll just pull up Lucky's location and we'll go from there. But as you open the My Friend Finder app and zoom in on Lucky's location, you're surprised to see her bubble floating just next to everyone else's. That's weird. It says she's here. What? I've been down here since we got back. Nobody's come through here or even knocked on the door. Well, she's got to be here somewhere. Did anyone check outside? Or somebody has her phone? One by one, they all shake their heads, and you head for the front door. Your friend's not far behind you. But when you pull it open, Lucky's lifeless body falls at your feet. Oh, God. Ah! Oh my god. Lucky's dead? What? I did not see that happening, and I don't know if I'm okay with that. Oh my God, like, I didn't want Tyson to die, but I didn't want Lucky to die either. Oh my God, that sucks so bad. I really liked Lucky. So the next chapter is Little House of Horrors. With paranoia in the group at an all-time high, will you be able to come together against a sudden threat? Oh my God, I did not see that coming at all. Well, guys, that is the end of that chapter. So let me know in your comments down below, like, who do you think it is? I'm kind of leaning towards Coda because of the fact that he knew which bathroom stall I was going to switch to. That's a movie buff's thought right there, that it has to be Coda. It could also be Tyler, because Tyler and Lucky were together. But he was with us the whole night. So for Lucky just to pop up like that, unless he did it after, we fell asleep, it has to be Coda or Zare. It has to be one of them. Or it's somebody outside of us. So I guess we'll just have to find out where this goes in the next chapter. Leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.